actually, that's such a common thing. Like I get a lot of clients or potential clients or people reaching out and saying, okay, I'm ready to train with you. I want to start a prep. And they're very surprised when I tell them like, yeah, we're going to do like a prep before a prep, like an improvement phase. Like you have to grow. We can't just go into a prep because essentially a prep, all that really is leaning down, right? The improvement seasons where you're growing, where you're actually making and building the physique that you need in order to be able to have a prep. So it's, I think, such a misconception that you can just go ahead and start a prep. That is just the leaning down process. And that doesn't happen until you have the good foundation. And I think a big mistake that a lot of, especially newer competitors make, is they try to start leaning down without building this foundation. And that kind of sets them up for a place where they're not going to be very competitive, or now you're so lean, you probably ruined, or not ruined, but you could have spent this time building instead of leaning down. And now you almost have to like redo that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, 100%. Because the thing too, to add to that is, anytime you're dieting down, you're losing muscle, people. This happens. Even if you got the greatest coach in the game, okay? You're talking to two of them right now, or you're listening to two of them. Make sure you're subscribed to our show, by the way, if you're here right now. But you know, like no matter what, you're going to burn a little bit of muscle. Just what happens to the body in a calorie deficit. Obviously, people that do, you know, the very extreme kind of prep procedures where they're doing really low calories, 600, 700, 800 calories, 2 hours plus cardio day, you're going to burn a lot more muscle. But no matter what, by default, you're going to burn some muscle when you prep. So if you go into trying to just say, you know what, oh, I saw a bikini competitor, I want to do that. I found a show, it's 12 weeks out. I've never done anything with this sport. I've just been in the gym, but I want to go to stage. You're going to burn off some of the muscle you already have. And, the end result is that means taking even longer time to have to go into improvement season after, right? And I mean, every competitor's goal is to get on stage and compete. But if you do things that, take away from the muscle and everything else and the shape that you're going to need no matter what, it's kind of going to be, spending more time in the off season than competing.
Absolutely. And I think that's the biggest point of the improvement season. It's to set up the foundation for an easy, good prep, right? So doing all the things, building muscle, which means eating enough, getting calories high, training hard, making sure everything's in line, whether it's hormones, metabolism, digestion, all of the things, like taking care of all of that so that prep is easy for you and your body responds during a prep. You don't want to go into a prep dieting down already or doing a whole ton of cardio or not having any muscle and trying to build while you're cutting. That just would be a disaster.